Do you guys know this video? Something almost exactly like this happened to me when I was in school. And trust me, it was even more embarrassing. This happened about 4 years ago. The night before was my birthday, and I ate absolutely everything in sight. Mac and cheese, beans, cake, milkshakes. If it was edible, I probably ate it. At the time, I thought I was living my best life. Looking back, I was basically setting a trap for my future self. The next morning, I woke up with my stomach making weird noises. You know those stomach rumbles that sound like they're trying to communicate in Morse code? Yeah, those. But I ignored it and got ready for school. My dad dropped me off, and during first period, my stomach started acting up again. Luckily, I managed to get to the restroom, and after that, I thought the problem was solved. I honestly believed I was safe. I was very, very wrong. A few classes later, it was time for math. Our teacher, Mrs. Brooke, walked in and announced that we were having a surprise test. Now, surprise tests were already bad enough. But about 5 minutes into the test, my stomach started rumbling again. This time, it felt like there was a civil war happening inside me. I immediately raised my hand and asked to use the restroom. Mrs. Brooke looked at me and said no.
No. Wait. Wait.
I asked again. Still, no. I guess she thought I was trying to escape the test. At that moment, I realized I had only 2 choices. Somehow survive, or become a school legend for all the wrong reasons. So I came up with what I thought was a genius plan. If I let out tiny farts every now and then, maybe the pressure would go away. To hide the sound, I would cough at the same time. And if anyone smelled anything, I'd just act confused like everyone else. Honestly, at the time, I thought I deserved a Nobel Prize for this idea. So I started doing it. Tiny fart, cough, tiny fart, cough. Everything seemed to be working. Or so I thought. After a few minutes, the classroom started smelling absolutely horrible. People were looking around trying to figure out where the smell was coming from. One guy was literally sniffing the air like a police dog searching for evidence. Another student pulled his shirt over his nose. And somehow, nobody had figured out it was me. At this point, I got way too confident. That was my biggest mistake. I decided to release one final fart to completely solve the problem. I held it in, waited, and then pushed with the force of 1,000 suns. At the exact same moment, I tried to cough, but for some reason my cough lagged.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
The fart came out first, and it was loud. Very loud. The entire classroom heard it. The room went completely silent. I slowly looked around. Everybody was staring at me. My friends, my classmates, even my crush. And then I felt something that instantly made my heart stop. I had not just farted. I had pooped my pants. The mission had failed. Catastrophically. I stood up so fast that my chair almost tipped over and sprinted toward the restroom. As I was leaving, I looked back and saw Mrs. Brooke trying very hard not to laugh. That somehow made everything worse. I stayed in the restroom for almost an hour, not because I was still cleaning up, but because I knew what was waiting for me when I went back. Eventually, the school janitor came to help me out. He found an old pair of sweatpants that someone had left behind and never claimed. I changed into them, wrapped my jeans in a plastic bag, and threw them away. Then came the hardest part, going back to class. The moment I walked through the door, the class bully Todd shouted, "Hey, poopy pants, welcome back!" The entire classroom exploded with laughter. At that point, I wanted the ground to open up and swallow me whole. Instead, I quietly packed my things and asked Mrs. Brooke if I could go home. For once, she didn't say no. I went to the principal's office, my parents were called, and that was the end of the worst school day of my life. The nickname Poopy Pants followed me for months. Honestly, I'm pretty sure some people still remember it to this day. So tell me, has anything this embarrassing ever happened to you? Let me know in the comments. And if anyone from that class somehow finds this video, please pretend you never saw it.